You want some?
Oh,
order
no.
You some?
Oh, no. I get high on good dick and fried food. What I'm saying is for the people who partake in that anyway, right?
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Totally. I just...
Yeah, but CBD don't get you high.
No.
Nobody wants that shit.
It's really good for pain and for not sleeping well.
God.
But yeah, the gummies from this company just taste like you took a big bite of marijuana. It's not, and then there's an aftertaste of blueberry, and it's
And you don't get that.
Right.
What the fuck?
Right. They don't taste that.
See, I don't know what it is, but my sister lives in Maryland, right outside of DC, and they've got gummies, right? From what I've been told, they'll get you high.
Well, not the CBD ones.
Oh, okay. I don't know the difference.
Yeah, the CBD is the pain relieving part.
Yeah.
Oh.
The THC is the trippy part.
Episode 10.
Welcome to the Chiro-Practical Podcast. I am your host, Dr. William Hatten, and today I have with us the delicious, the delectable, the deviant Allstar.
CBD doesn't get you high.
Woo! That's right. It's wonderful for pain relief and helping you sleep through the night. I have some available in my office if you have any need. Yep. And today, I think we've got some truth to stretch, or rather myths to dispel. And because I always tell you the whole truth, let's just get that out of the way first. And I think we've got a really good crack of the week for you today.
Yes. I love my crack.
You want to start off with some myth that you might have heard?
Yes. Okay. So I need you to tell me the truth.
Okay. I always will. Have I ever lied to you?
Listen, not yet.
Okay. But she's leaving the door open to give me an opportunity.
With all men, I got to go ahead and say it.
All men are snakes, so that's true.
That's coming from a doctor. So, so I heard from the curb that chiropractors only deal with your neck, which I don't have, and
stop.
Your
neck is beautiful. I can see it.
Okay, on the X-ray. So, they only deal with the neck and the back. No other joints come into play.
Ooh, somebody has been telling you some more lies. You need some new friends because they lied to you about everything. Shout out to Cynthia, who taught me that all men are snakes. She taught me that when I was 17 years old. All men are snakes.
Cynthia from the Rugrats?
No, Cynthia, my best friend Suzanne's mom. It turns out she's kind of, I am from Alabama, so she's actually mom's second cousin.
So your cousin?
Well, it was from my mom's first husband, so I am not blood related to her, which is great because we went on a few dates in high school, but we didn't find out that we were related until after college.
It is Alabama?
That's the Alabama shit.
I'm telling you. You haven't lived until you've dated your cousin, right?
I'll just stay unalived then because...
Well, now I've just aired all my dirty laundry. I forgot where we were. What were we...
Well,
were we stretching truth?
Let's start. We can start by cleaning up the myth.
Great. And what was our myth again? Tell me again. I'm over here still dating my cousin.
The network is going to cancel us, but the myth is that chiropractors only deal with necks and backs, no other joints.
That's right. Okay, well that is false. Let's just get that out of the way.
It's just as false and wrong as you dating your cousin.
Okay, she wasn't blood.
That was a different marriage
entirely.
entirely.
Okay, she was related to my mother, but not to me.
They dated no, it's like, you remember that movie Clueless with Alicia Silverstone and that guy? They were related.
It was the same level of relation as that one.
Yeah, none at all.
Exactly. And who wouldn't want to date Paul Rudd? Come on. Anyway. I digress. Chiropractors, we can adjust any joint in the body, okay? There are a lot of chiropractors, and we've talked about there being a lot of different techniques, right? And there are a lot of chiropractors that will only work on the spine. So that is a semi-truth, okay? I will work on any joint in the body because I am a big believer of taking care of the whole body because I have benefited from whole body care myself. I have scoliosis, I have flat feet, I have an extra lumbar bone. So in my low back, I have an extra spinal segment. I have 2 extra ribs. I've got all sorts of weird stuff going on with my body. I think that's one of the things. Right. That has brought me into chiropractic to begin with. And so because I benefited so much from this holistic whole body care, I knew that is something that was really important to me to be able to provide for my patients. And so I practice both spinal adjustments and extremity adjustments. And for the purpose of chiropractic medicine, an extremity is any joint outside of the spine. And the things that I treat the most often are probably shoulder issues, outside of spinal complaints, of course, shoulder issues, tennis elbow, and knee problems. But I've also done a lot of like plantar fasciitis. Lots of people have foot problems. So I wind up seeing that quite a bit as well.
Yeah, the plantar fasciitis one I've heard about a lot, and it's hell walking.
It is
and
hell
doing
walking.
everything.
Yeah, but it's something that you can fix, right, Joseph?
It is. You just told me that I have plantar fasciitis.
Did recently diagnose Joseph with plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, and it hurts like hell.
Have you been doing your exercises?
I have, for the sake of this podcast. I have not. It's only been a day or two, so
that's true.
Or was it last week?
I'm still back with my cousin, so I can't remember.
Seacrest out.
Yeah. I guess I'll see you next lifetime.
Well, I better move on to the crack of the week because I have just really gotten fucked up on this stretch of the truth, girl.
The truth has been told, okay?
Jerry! R.I.P. Jerry! R.I.P. Jerry!
R.I.P. Oh my God. Okay, so Steve, I want to tell you another. I gave you a chiropractic school story last week, and I want to give us another one today. So I had a good friend come in who was a stalker at CVS, okay? And he was constantly having to put heavy shit up on those top shelves, right? Mm-hmm. And his complaint was his shoulders were hurting. And he goes, and that because my God, this was a skinny Twinkie boy. And he was like, I can barely lift these like cartons of water, and I've got to like stock water all day long. And so his shoulders hurt every time he raised them over 90 degrees, which is straight out in front of you. And I said, well, handy for you. I just took the shoulder adjusting class. I know everything that can happen to a shoulder. I know every way it can get messed up. And most importantly, I know every way to fix it. And he was like, great, I'll come in. I'll let you fix my shoulder. So I think I probably did maybe, my God, like 18 or 20 separate adjustments to this one person's shoulder, to only one of them, not even both of them. And as he's leaving, we're retesting everything that we'd tested before. What's his range of motion? What are his orthopedic tests? Or the muscle strong? Passed everything with flying colors. It was amazing. And I was like, well, my God, I am the miracle worker. Annie Sullivan has been born again in me. And I'm out here healing the deaf and making the lame walk. You know, I've got this man's shoulder fixed. So about 45 minutes later, I get a text from him and he goes, the fuck did you do to me? And I said, I healed you. You're welcome. And he goes, I can't lift my arm up above my elbow. And I said, what do you mean? You could do anything you wanted to 30 minutes ago. And what happened was is I adjusted too many things and gave his body more neurological stimulus than it knew what to do with. Mm-hmm. And so it responded by like just basically shutting his shoulder down and saying, you're not going to do anything until we can sort all this stuff out. And so it basically took about 72 hours. He could not use his right arm, poor boy. Mm-hmm. And eventually, after about 72 hours, he texted me back and he goes, I finally woken up. I'm on day 4, and actually like all of the pain is completely gone and I feel like a new man. But poor boy, I really overworked him. And when I was checking with my professor who had just taught me all these things, she goes, well, fool, you're only supposed to do 2 or 3 at a time. And I said, well, that was not included in the syllabus. I said, I'm out here trying to do the Lord's work and save this person's shoulder from falling off. And she goes, yeah, but there's a reason that we do more than one appointment. You don't fix things in one appointment. It takes time, or otherwise you will overwhelm the body like this. And so basically I showered down on it like, mm-hmm. like I like to do. And resulted in kind of hurting his shoulder. Yeah,
I don't know. There's so many things in that story that stick out to me.
Yeah.
First of all, the fact that he cussed you, it was like he worked at Walgreens and not CVS. Ooh. And also, don't come for me, pharmacy workers, but that's the truth. And the other thing that I was thinking about is, okay, so his nervous system got more nervous after you did the adjustment. So it was like, his body turned into a single mom. Okay, you too hype. Bring it on down.
Yes,
We're gonna
that's
shut this down.
exactly
But
what
it's over with.
happened.
It's over.
Yes.
Let's shut it down for today. We'll see about.
Exactly.
So I never knew that like multiple adjustments at a time more than so many is a bad thing.
It is. And that's where the art, because in chiropractic, we talk about it being a 3-pronged profession. So it is an art, a science, and a philosophy. And that's definitely the art, is knowing when enough is enough for an individual patient. And sadly, that is something that's very difficult to learn in school and is instead kind of learned through practice and through doing. And so fortunately, I've gotten much better at that, and I have not overwhelmed anyone's nervous system that I'm aware of.
So it's an art, science, and philosophy.
Yes.
Good, because he was getting his ass kicked.
Yes, he was.
That's an acronym joke for those in the back.
I loved it. Will you help me out with my word of the week?
Yes.
What is it?
It's performance.
Ooh, tell me more.
Viagra, have a seat.
Ooh,
So
I like to see Alice personally.
if you can see Alice whenever you want to, as long as y'all aren't related. See Alice.
I just like to note that I'm not a medical profession, but you shouldn't need Cialis at your age.
I've always liked.
I just want to point out that he said, I'm not a medical profession, like not professional, but I'm not a medical profession. But I just feel like
none of it. I have no medical history at all.
I'm not a medical institution, but I just want to say,
let me spit some shit over here.
let me drop some bars
about your performance while we're talking.
Performance.
PER. Oh, do I have to spell the whole thing? Or are you not going to come in here and help
the
me
professionals
out?
are going to do it. So performance, PERFORMANCE.
Ooh,
Performance
that sounded juicy, girl. Is your mouth wet?
all the time. No adjustment needed.
Cialis will improve your performance.
Cialis.
Who is Cialis?
Who is Cialis?
Is that Alice's cousin Sly? I'm coming over, Cialis.
On that note, I think it is best to thank you guys for listening to today's episode with me, your host, Dr. William Hatten, and our fabulous, funny, fantastical co-host, Allstar. While you were listening to today's episode, you could have slid on over here, crawled up on this table, and gotten the best adjustment of your life. So just remember that, and make sure you head on over to my website, www.drwilliamhatton.com, where you can book an appointment and download our keyword tracker. Make sure you come on over to episode 10, write down performance, and once you get all 12 of our keywords filled out, you can send that into us for your chance to win a grand prize worth $200. Make sure you are following along, liking, subscribing, and telling all of your friends about us, and checking back every Wednesday at noon wherever you get your podcast. Bye now.
And in the time that you... Oh, I'll do it. And just remember, in the time that you heard this podcast episode, you in the back, Sam, could have had a chiropractic adjustment.
I did do that.
No, he didn't. And remember, for all of you out there in TV land, tell a friend to tell a friend if you got back pain and come on in.
That's right. Come on in. The price is right.
The performance is too.
Woo!